Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the full course design tutorial. This is the fourth episode, I believe. And in the first three episodes we chose our theme and we built out our first hole, which looks like this. First of all I want to say thank you to people that have been watching the videos. As of right now I checked and almost 60 people have watched the first one, and 40 have watched the other two, so I appreciate it. I've received some feedback, some suggestions, which I might try to go over, hopefully this episode, if not the next one. One of them I did look at, though, is people want to see how I do elevation work. Now, this will be perfect because this second hole is going to involve some elevation work, because this is going to be a hole, it's going to be a par 5 that goes down the hill and then comes back up. So we'll get to see some work with elevation. It's not going to be super flat. Not super hilly, but it'll have some. So we're thinking it's going to be a par 5. Again, I start from the back. So let's sculpt a green. Now for par 5s, I tend to make my greens a little bit bigger. I want to, give that opportunity that, hey, if you hit a great shot, you just might be able to land a 3-wood or a 5-wood onto this green. Now this is just the first shape. This is too small right now. I gotta make that a little bit bigger. Alright, so right now I'm just do 4 clicks of fairway, 4 clicks of rough. So that'll be a start. And let's try this guy. Nope, I don't like that. Just make maybe a fatter green here. I'm trying to match up my shapes as much as I can. Yeah, not a huge fan of that green either. Let's try something like this. Perhaps. Yeah, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this green might be a touch small for right now, but again, we can always add on to it a bit more. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to flatten it out as much as I can. Like so. Alright, perfect. Aha. So, this is going to be a nice gradual downhill. I like this. I don't know if I'm going to connect fairway here, actually. I might have this green just kind of perched on its own behind the hill. So first thing I like to do, I don't like to just have a green just not attached to any fairway. I think that's a little strange, especially with a par 5. People, might be able to, if they want to go for it, and hit 3 woods in. And basically, if I just have a green there, most likely people aren't going to be, unless they get really lucky, aren't going to land this green in 2. So I want a bit of a roll-off, kind of bailout area behind the green. So that's going to be my bailout area back here. In fact, I might make quite a large one because, well, who are we kidding? This is going to be a 3-shot par 5. So we'll do that. I'm also going to add a little bit more as well. Kind of surround that back part there. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, that's okay. So I got a few comments just saying slow down on my brush selection a little bit. I will do my best there. sometimes have a habit of working quite fast, so I will do my best. Okay, so we've got lots of fairway at the back there. You know, a bit of a bailout-ish area. I'm going to put some bunkering at the front here. I'm going to make this pretty well protected. In order to get at this green, you're going to have to go up the hill. So, create bunkers. Let's do something like this. Let's see what we can do. Again, like I said in the previous episode, I don't really have any ideas. It just kind of, it's very organic the way I design. Okay, something like that. That's a little bit big. Let's make that a little bit smaller. That's better. Not too much smaller, but that's a pretty big punishing green there. This flag is... This is a pretty small green now that I think about it. But, yeah, let me look, just compared. It's a pretty small green. So I might end up adding a bit more to this green. Perhaps at the back. Just maybe a little bit more. Alright. Something like that. Okay. Oh, I know what I could do here, and this will actually answer a question that, oh, I think it goes by Coggin66. I apologize if that's not the right name, but someone asked how to make a kind of an in-fairway bunker, and I will show you how to do that right now. Let's get a little bit more fairway, though, first, at the back. So, something like that, just a little bit more. No. Hold on, I might not be showing... Well, you know what, I'm going to show you how to do it first. I will take it out, but I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so if you want to create an in-fairway bunker, you could... You know, just pick your bunker, stick it in the middle of the fairway. You know, you can be done with it. However, that creates a really thin, heavy, rough layer. I want a thicker layer. I just think that looks a little, I don't know, a little unclean. So, in order to do that, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue brush and I'm going to flatten the area I want to do my bunker. I'm just going to, for an example, I'm just going to do a circle. Simple shapes work a lot better with this. So I'm going to flatten it first, then I'm going to switch over to my red, my sculpt flatten tool. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and I am going to bring that brush all the way down to water level. I'm going to press A, and then I'm going to press B to cancel out of it. And there we go. Sometimes that won't produce a perfectly flat, it'll be a bit bumpy, so you have to flatten it out a bit, but that's pretty easy to do. So then once I have that, then I can go and take my bunker, you know, this would be a pretty small one, put it right in the middle, and maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. Actually, I might use this, to be honest. See how it looks. And now you have a bunker, you know, with a much thicker band of rough around it, which I like. Yeah, it's just like that. Not too difficult. Make it a little bit bigger. I might keep this, to be honest. So, you know, if you are long, you might pop into that little bunker. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. And I might put another one over here. So I'll demonstrate with another shape while I'm doing this. Let's use just that simple, where is it, little bean shape here. So, we'll again, flatten with the blue brush first. Switch over to the red flatten tool. Make it a little bit smaller. Go all the way down until you hit water level. Press A, and then press B. See, that one produced a little bit bumpier one, but that's easy to fix. Just go back in. I usually take a bit of a fuzzier brush, and I flatten it. Now that didn't really create that great of a bean, it created more of an oval, but hey. I just didn't make the shape big enough, so I'm gonna actually make a shape like that. So not quite a round one. Okay, there we go. So that, I think, that's how you make an in-fairway bunker. We'll worry about sculpting of that bunker a little bit later. Okay, now what do we want to do? I think I want to I'll put a little bit of fairway here. Let's just see what it looks like. Just a smidge. Just so that green doesn't look so isolated. There we go. Perfect. Alright, excellent. So, now what we're going to do, you're going to be left with an option here. You're either going to be laying up, which, if the wind's not cooperating, that's what most people were going to probably do. Or you're going to go for it, but going for it is a bit risky. In fact, very risky. I'm actually designing this for the purpose of saying, yeah, you can go for it, but the risks slightly outweigh the benefits here. So, okay. So now we're going to start laying some fairway down, and I'm going to start down here. Like I said, I'm not connecting the fairway here. So, rather large fairway down at the bottom. So you can lay up right to here. So again, I just do 4, I call them clicks. So 4 clicks of rough. But yeah, this is just my way of doing things. There's so many different techniques out there. So, you know, I try not to make my fairways perfectly straight, but I try to have as few sharp edges as I possibly can. Okay. So I mix up my shapes, you know, I'll make the fairway a little bit fatter here. Go. I'm gonna bring it up this side. Yep, and bring up this side. So yeah, here I'm just trying to connect those fairway shapes as much as I can. Not worrying about sculpting or anything right now. We'll get to that. So I'm trying to line up the edges as much as I possibly can. I'm creating a fairly smooth... Like when I say I don't, if I wasn't lining them up properly, let's just try something. Let's just say I did something like this. That creates a really sharp edge, if you look there. So I try to avoid that as much as I can. And again, I haven't done anything with elevation yet. I will. But as you can see, even just laying down a fairway, it does flatten it a little bit. So it's almost doing the work for me. It's creating a nice, gentle slope, but we will fine-tune that. Again, let this designer do some of the work for you. Okay, so I'm starting to bring it back. Okay. So we're getting close to landing area. Fatten it up again. So yeah, like this whole area here, that's a lot of dead fairway. Those are, unless people are either in trouble or the wind is ridiculous, this part of the fairway will almost never be used. Okay. So we're almost there. So here's where I'm starting to think about what challenges I want this tee shot to provide. I kind of like the semi-blind shot, but we'll play a little bit more with that later. So we are approaching the landing zone here. Again, I'm not worrying about contouring at all. I'm just worrying about laying down fairway. So we'll get to a little bit of playing with elevation in this episode, but we'll probably do a bit more of it in the next one. Okay, and now I'm going to have that fairway just start peeking down the hill. So this is a bit of a roller coaster-y hole. Up and down and then back up again. Okay, we're almost there. Where are we at? 221. Let's throw down a little bit more fairway. Fatten up that fairway at the bottom there. Like so. Go. Ooh, I'm gonna like this. A blind tee shot, I think, is gonna be kind of nice. Okay. So now we're gonna go around and do some elevation work. So I'm gonna start flattening the areas around the fairway borders, and that'll help a bit. And then we'll do a little bit more just general sculpting. So again, to do this, I'm just using my fuzzy brush, and I'm holding down the A button on my Xbox controller. I think PlayStation, that's your X controller. If you're a mouse user, well, I don't know. I design on PC, but I do not use a mouse. I tried at the start, but it was just too cumbersome. I know these controls by heart on the Xbox, so I'm not going to change. Just going around, flattening it out. It's gonna create some bumps, which we're gonna smooth out a bit, but bumps in your fairway are good too. So you see what it's doing? Hopefully you do. So we're almost around. This could be a nice hole. Okay, we're heading into the downhill, and we are done that part. Let's get this tree out of the way here for now. Just looking at this tee shot. I like the blindness now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick up a couple bunkers right here. And this might be the opportunity to put in kind of my trademark. I like on at least one of my holes to put 3 single round bunkers in a row. I don't know why, I don't know. I kind of like the look. So we're going to do 3 of them. 1, 2, oh, those are too close together. 2, and 3. Alright, perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little bit of elevation work here. So I'm going to be using my softer, fuzzy brushes. Because right now this is a roller coaster looking kind of hole here. I want this to be a smooth downhill. Like, first of all, we got to deal with this bump. That bump's out of control. So I'm going to go to that fuzzy brush. I'm going to make this really large. And there. Just ironing out the bumps here. Not totally ironing them. Because if you keep it perfectly flat, that's going to make things a little bit boring. So here we've got almost a little funnel effect going on. This hill here I'm going to bring down. Like that. Okay, fix the fold here. So most people are going to be aiming down here. It's not actually an overly difficult tee shot, which means I got to make it a little bit trickier. So I think I'm going to put a bunker along the left side here. So this bunker here, I'm going to put a bunker here. This is more just a show bunker, because really if you look at the 2T distance, it's not really going to be in play. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm thinking, imagine if you're playing from, the ladies' tees, maybe you don't hit as far. I know it's something you don't even think about because it's not part of the game, but I think it just adds that little bit of realism that you're not specifically designing for just that one golfer that hits it 265 yards off the tee. You're designing with, other golfers in mind as well. I'll put one down there. And even though this bunker will not be seen, I think putting one off to the right here is just gonna add to the difficulty. This is actually a pretty easy driving hole. I've made it pretty forgiving off the tee. But I might look a little bit at, camber, which means kind of the slope of my fairway. I might, punish some shots that aren't quite, maybe if they're a bit too right of center, they're going to be in trouble, or left of center, but I don't know yet. Okay. Add a little bit more to this bunker, make it a pretty big one. Actually going to use that to iron out some of these edges. There we go. That's a little bit large now that I just look at it, so we're going to delete this bunker. That happens. sometimes you step back and you realize that certain things are way different than what you want them to look like. Let's try that again. Let's try something different. Let's try this bunker. Just a single one of those. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then maybe one that winds its way around this corner. Again, this is the opposite. This is at 298, so could be trouble with a big tailwind, but for the most part, not too much of an issue. Alright. So again, thank you guys for watching these videos. Hopefully they're helping a little bit. Again, these are just my techniques. I'm not altering the course in any way off camera. I'm showing you everything, so if I change anything, you're gonna see it on here. Okay, so we got a couple things in play there. Now I'm also gonna put a couple bunkers down by my layup zone. I don't want to make that layup too easy. That's the fault of long par 5s. A lot of people they just make that second shot, you look at it and say, oh, well, 3-wood, boom, no issues. So I've made the landing area pretty small, if you haven't noticed, not very big. Plus, once I throw in some bunkers, it's going to make people take one extra look before they hit. Again, I'm playing with those same two shapes, which I really like. You can create some unique looking things with those. Okay, let's do that. I'll separate them into a couple bunkers. So we're gonna have a lot of bunkering work to do in the next episode, but it's okay. It won't take too long. And please, guys, if you have anything you want to see, any techniques, please post the comments below, and we will look at them. We still got 17 holes to build, so we got lots of time. I also saw a request for retaining walls. Not my forte. I am not a big fan of the retaining walls. I find them really difficult. But maybe we'll give it a shot on this course. There'll be some lower lying areas for some water, so we will do that on a future episode. Alright, just finishing up something like that. There we go. Alright. So, we've got the general layout of hole 2 down and ready to go. So in the next episode, we're going to work on polish. So most likely we're going to do some bunkering, some more elevation work, and probably start on to planting. And yeah, we'll go from there. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.